Regardless of your role within the local church, one of the most important things that you can be doing, should be doing, is leadership development, developing others to do what you do, trying to replace yourself. Even if you're a senior pastor, you need to be raising up people that maybe someday will be senior pastor, maybe someday will take your place. As John Maxwell says, there is no success without a successor. Always having a focus on raising up others. And just like we talk about when we talk about our growth track, it's about discovering what's in people. It's important that as we develop leaders, that we're not developing them to meet our needs, but we're developing what God placed in them. And so we might be developing somebody to be an associate pastor, and along that journey discover that that's actually not what they're great at. Maybe they would be better in a different role in the church, but we really need the associate pastor, so we don't want to force that. We want to actually do what's best for them. As you develop leaders, make sure you stay focused on what God has called them to do and how God has designed them. And then as leaders ourselves, we will be most successful when we help other people with their success. That it wouldn't be just about us, but it would be about them, and repeating that development process as many times as possible in as many people as possible, because your church will be limited by the number of leaders that you can produce. You cannot ever let vision outpace leadership. As I speak to pastors watching this video, you probably have a lot of vision, but you may not have the leaders that can accomplish it. So leadership development is foremost. It is so important for you as a leader, regardless of your role. If you're watching this video and you're a youth pastor, you need to be raising up other youth pastors. If you're nervous about, well, I don't want to lose my job. If I raise up another one, what good am I? Actually, you're twice as good if you can raise up another person. You'll be more valuable to your church if you can raise up and develop other leaders. I learned this from one of our campus pastors that used to manage a Starbucks before he came on staff at Church of the Highlands. And he said, Lane, every manager at that time, I don't know if they still do this, had to have a ready now and a ready in 6 months. Somebody that could take their place the next day. If they got hit by a train and couldn't come manage the Starbucks tomorrow, who is that person that they've trained up, that they've poured their life into, that they've made sure knows everything that they know, so they can take their place, and not leaving it there. Okay, I've got my ready now, but actually looking beyond that person and finding another person that they are developing. Okay, they're not ready yet, but they will be in 6 months. And that's something we talk about here, especially on my team as I oversee all the campus pastors. Who's your ready now? Who's your ready in 6 months? Who are we developing? Who are we leading? Who are we encouraging to take their next steps? Who are we raising up to take our place?